Cathal McShane here, current county Tyrone footballer. Cal, thank you for taking the time
No
to
problem.
be here today,
Yeah.
to come down to answer some questions for us in the MFC offices.
Pleasure.
It'll be good to get a few questions out of you here,
Yeah.
and I'm sure lots of people will be looking to hear plenty from me. You're only 23. You've achieved so much in such a short period of time. What has that journey been like for you up to this point? Such a young man, a J household name. What has that journey been like?
It's been a very interesting journey. Obviously, starting off with my club Owen Rose at a young age, 6, 7, just loving to play football. Coming home from school, just getting down to training. There was no better feeling, to be honest. Obviously, moving on through the different age groups with my club, it gave me the platform, to build and taking on to different levels. So I remember, obviously, with Tyrone, the first experience with them was an under-14 development squad. I managed to work my way through the development squads each year, and that really brought me on. Obviously, playing for my club too, under-14, under 16s, etc., won in different leagues, etc., helped me perform better and improve. But I would say then, moving into the minors with Tyrone, that's when everything started to get really serious. You started to play more competitive football, challenging for big cups, and it was I remember it was a real good turning point in my career, because I realised that everything was getting more serious. And that year playing the minors was a great experience. We did really well. We got to the Ulster final. We were just pipped them on in. We moved on to the minor final, and as I say, it was a great experience running out in Croke Park for the Ireland final. We didn't come out on top, but it was still a great experience. We obviously working away with my club then. I moved on to under 21s with Tyrone as well, and that was a brilliant year for myself. We managed to come out on top that year, won both Ulster and the Ireland. So again, that was a great experience. And now I'm involved with the seniors the last 5 years, so it's been a brilliant journey so far, and I have achieved a lot. But at the end of the day, you're always trying to achieve more and improve. So that's the aim for going forward.
Absolutely, and one of the matches in the Ireland under 21 final as well, of course. A massive highlight for yourself, which brings me on to my next question. Throughout those years with Tyrone and throughout all the years with your club, what would you say has been the number one highlight of your career at this point?
With Tyrone, I would have to say, yeah, you mentioned it there, Sean, the highlight would have been the under 21 final. Obviously, we pipped Tipperary that day down in Parnell Park, and it was just a great experience. We actually weren't playing that well, to be honest. We were seen as to go on and win this game easy, but we weren't playing well, and we found ourselves 3 or 4 points down at half time. We knew we had a mountain to climb in the second half, but credit to the guys, we actually came out and we played really well, and we managed to come away with a point. The reason it's a highlight for myself too, obviously I got the winning goal in that game, and I picked up the man of the match, so that's memories for life. But as I say too, if it loads all the highlights, and even the minors, I think I learned a lot from that, because in the minors when I was playing for Tyrone, I wasn't always getting starting, but I seen it as a challenge. I could have maybe faded away and not came back, but I just said no, I was going to work hard, keep going, and I think it's paid off.
Come on, and dug the heels in, as I say again, achieved so much at this point in your career, and now a stalwart GA footballer for Tyrone. Tell me, the whole club and county thing is in the mix quite a lot.
Yeah.
How do you manage to get that balance right between both club and county?
It is tough. I'm going to be honest about it. Everyone knows when you're playing for county, it is a big commitment. Obviously, your club is very, very important, and you want to try and give them as much time as possible. I do know whenever championship comes around with Tyrone, and you get the latter stages of the season, there's definitely a lot of it's time consuming. You're putting a lot of effort into your training sessions and your matches. But I do know that you're always trying to stay involved with your club. That's really important. Whether it's just being at a training session, showing your face, if it's a message into the group, just keeping the boys going. It's really important, because at the end of the day, whenever Tyrone's finished, you're always going to come back to Owen Rose for the finish off their championship, or they finish out the rest of the league games. So it is a tough challenge, but it's something that I feel that I'm on top of, and that I do put a lot of effort into giving both equal time.
It is a big schedule, and clearly, to manage both of those things, and it doesn't just happen for a month or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Anybody who's aware of the whole GA schedule, it's 10-11 months of the year, so it is a pretty big schedule, and a lot of people will be interested to know, from your point of view, what does a week in the life of Cathal McShane consist of now in terms of your training and your general approach to getting things done? You know, it's a big schedule, I'm sure.
It's definitely busy. As I say, there is a lot of work goes in. Again, it's work that I love doing. You know, you do it because you love it, and it's brilliant. But as I say, it obviously depends in terms of what stage of year you're at, in terms of how much commitment you have to give, in terms of when you're training. But I do know, like, I'll give an example of a schedule when you're in the championship playing season. You could be in give a high 3, 4, or 5 nights a week. As I say, you could be doing your own individual work, maybe away from the scene, locally in your own gym on a Monday, and then say for Tuesday you'll be in give a high training, doing your collective session. You also could have a collective session in the gym on a Wednesday evening, and then that would be setting you up for your your pitch session then on the Thursday evening as well. Friday would be seen as a night off, basically to recover, do mobility work, get the pool, get the body ready for the weekend, basically, because you always more than likely have a game coming up. So again, it is a big commitment, and it's tough going, but again, it's something I love doing.
And you're talking 10, 12 hours a week there, 5, 6 nights a week. It's a big one.
It is, and as I say, you have to try and fit in your social life and your family and friends, and that's also very, very important. And as I say, it's good to plan and be in control of all that, because as I say, once you have that sorted, then it's easy to work.
Yes, absolutely. Good man. And clearly that's all preparation for the year ahead. And the 12th of May, big fixture with Derry, big first round of the championship and stuff. And must ask, is it a big year ahead for Tyrone this year, 2019?
Yeah, you have to hope. You have to hope it is. Obviously, every team going out to start a year plans to bring silverware home, and you know we're no different with Tyrone. Obviously, we've started out in the McKenna Cup, and then as I say, we moved on to the league. Obviously, it didn't go as well as we planned, because obviously we wanted to be winning it. But I think we finished off strongly, which gives us a good platform going to the championship. But Derry's going to be a tough game. As I say, there's no easy game in Ulster. As I say, your aim is to try and win, but as I say, there's going to be a lot of battles along the way, and as I say, it starts with Derry, and we'll be looking no further than that. As I say, then hopefully you can progress on and maybe achieve more later down the line. And
potentially back in a learn senior final again. It'll be nice back to back, and hopefully take one home would be.
No, again, last year was a great experience getting there, but as I say, there's no good, achieving that and then, going away this year and not getting back there. You obviously have to try and work hard to achieve that again. So, as I say, we'll just take a game by game, but we don't look past Derry.
Absolutely, man. Clearly a big year for Own Rose as well. Division 3 the last couple of years, up now in Division 2. A big year ahead for the club as well.
Definitely. As I say, Owen Rose has definitely improved over the last number of years. It wasn't looking good for numerous amount of years there. They were in Division 3, and as I say, things weren't going well, but recently everything's changed. We've now been in Division 2 now for 2nd year running. Last year we did really well. With a bit of more luck, we could have actually achieved a lot better, maybe silverware. Again, this year's got off to a good start. So it's just a matter of working hard, building that, and maybe future getting to Division 1 would be a future plan for our club.
Absolutely, and that's a work in progress.
Yeah.
So just to finish off, then, if you had to give any advice to maybe some younger people who'll be listening to you or on the website and stuff here, what would that piece of advice be?
I would just say never give up. That's one thing anyway, because I do know throughout your career, throughout your gilly clearness, this can also take place in different aspects of your life, but you're going to face challenges, and it's always how you react to that. As I say, there will be ups and downs, but as I say, you will if you react well to it positively, and work hard, as I say, then you will come out on top. And again, I use as I say, the Tyrone Miners for an example for any footballer. Myself, it wasn't going well, wasn't playing, and I was just coming on, and I always says that I was always going to work hard to make sure that I always improve as a footballer. So I think really work hard, as I say, and have a good attitude, train well, as I say, that can give you a good platform then to be successful going forward.
Brilliant, good man, and that shows in what you're doing on the field at the minute. Well, just from all of us, wish you all the best this year. Again, it's very kind of you to take time out to come down here, and it was a pleasure. I have a few questions for you.
Good man. Cheers, Sean. Cheers.